What's up, Vivid Racing fans? Welcome back to the channel. We are here at the Vivid Racing headquarters, standing right by our dyno, because we got something cool to show you today. We are doing stage 2 of our Ford Bronco project car. You guys all loved the last video where we showed you the Bronco's interior, all the Bronco things, took it for a drive, and talked about what we were going to do to modify this vehicle. The baby Bronco, as we call it, the Bronquette, the Bronquito. This is gonna be a fun project. So the first thing we're gonna do today is show you how much horsepower and torque this thing will make with the new VR-tuned ECU flash. The Bronco has the 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, just like the Focus ST. So there's plenty of room to get more horsepower and torque, as well as better overall drivability. So let's pull this thing inside and run the Bronco on the dyno with the new VR tune and see how it goes. All right, so we got the Bronco in here on the dyno. It's sitting right over there. It's all strapped down, ready to go. When we dyno this on our Mustang, this is a Mustang all-wheel drive dyno, which we will point out because it's much different than other dynos like a DynoJet. We've got it all strapped down front and rear. We've got our fans all set up. That way we've got awesome cooling going to the factory intercooler radiator, and this thing is ready to go. We've already done our baselines from our last video you guys watched. You might notice some other things here. There's a light bar up there, right there, light bar, and a little A-pillar pod boop, right there. And it's actually lifted. You can see this is more gap right here. That's because we have some new products coming out. So make sure you subscribe to see those products. Follow us on Instagram, Vivid Racing, and always check out the website, but we will do more on these updates soon. So everything's ready. Let's jump in and run this Bronco. All right, we just finished the runs with the tune, so now let's go check out the results. I don't know, maybe this thing can change its name to the Bronchosaurus, but we do have some good results to show you. So let's walk over here to the computer screen. We've got up all of our results and the baseline run, so we can talk about the power increase that we've achieved from the Bronco. But before I do that, I'm gonna quickly show you where the ECU is, guys, because if you're gonna do an ECU flash on the Bronco Sport, you got to pull the ECU out and send it to us here. That's how we flash those things. So before we get to the results, sorry, I screwed you there. Let's check out where the ECU is. All right, so the ECU is not located under the hood. It's down here in the wheel well. To get in there, we actually just turn the wheel to the side. Thanks, Ford, for doing this. And we pull out the fender well. My trained assistant is going to show us how to do that. Show us where it is. So it's right here in the front of the wheel. After you remove the wheel well, there's a little plastic cover that you pop off. There it is, right up in the mix right here. I believe this is a Ford MG1. So that's in there. We just got to pull off this cover that protects it. Hopefully Ford thought about that. That way when you go really romping through the water and mud stuff, you don't ruin it. So that's where the ECU is located, right there in the fender well. Let's get back to those results. Okay, we got the results up here, so I want to show you a couple of things. Blue line is torque, red is horsepower. So we've got both our baseline and our tuned run here. The baseline is the solid line. You can see that is obviously lower, and the tuned run is our dotted line. We also plotted a third line, a further separated line up there, and this is going to show you the difference. So on torque, you can see right here, we are about 232 foot-pounds of torque. Now with the tune, we are up here at around 290 foot-pounds. That is a huge gain, 70 foot-pounds of torque difference over stock. That means this thing, where it was sluggish off the line, when we do our test drive, it will be moving. Horsepower awesome through the entire power range of the RPM. We did our test from 2,500 RPM all the way to about 5,800 RPMs. That's when it shifted out into 5th gear because we did our tests in 4th gear. So horsepower wise, right here, 3,500 RPMs just when you're getting into the turbo. We're here 154 horsepower. Now we are up here, let's say this is about 190. That's a good 40 horsepower increase, which is very common on the 2.0 liter EcoBoost. As we go up through here, we got other ranges that are very impressive. Right here, 4,600 RPMs. We are at 180 horsepower, and we move up here at about 215. Still good gain all the way through. Biggest gains is when the top of the RPM range is reached. You can see here, we're here at 5,300 RPMs, just about 170 all-wheel horsepower, but with the tune, we bump up here to about 215 horsepower. Again, big chunk of change, huge horsepower increase. Throttle response is improved. Overall, a drastic difference in how the Bronco will drive. The Bronco Sport is definitely one that can use an ECU flash to get more power. So, showed you the results. The results are awesome. Perfect outcome for this. Now, let's get this thing out of here, take it on the road, and give it a test drive. All right, we are here in the Bronco. Tune's done. We've got our Dyno results. Now it's time for the test drive. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of get used to how the power feels. Because again, we've got almost 60 foot-pounds more of torque. So this Bronco is going to get bucket. So we're going to take this over to the Vivid Racing drag strip, authorized and approved by somebody, and see what it feels like when we go full stepping on the gas. VR-Tune ECU flashes are not just about horsepower and torque, it's about overall drivability. So, can this vehicle improve the driving performance in all types of modes? Absolutely. And maybe, just for fun, we'll play with some GOAT mode in a little bit. So let's get over and hit the gas on this little strip. Yeah, it'll rev all the way to 6,500. That's 60 miles an hour right there. Real nice, real nice. This now feels so much better than it did in the last video. It really picks up instantly. I don't feel like I'm driving a small box with a boat anchor dragging behind me. I like the way it feels now. It feels good though. It feels like it has a lot more in it. It doesn't feel like it's too restrictive, even just with the tune. The acceleration just keeps wanting to go. So as we cruise around here, we're just gonna see, how does it drive normally? A lot of people ask too, is how is the gas mileage? Well, if you drive around like a jerk, always flooring it, then yeah, your gas mileage is gonna go down. But usually with tuning vehicles, it will help improve your gas mileage just a little bit if you're driving normal. Again, heavy foot means you're spending more money, and we don't want that. So overall, Bronco's fun. I really enjoy this. Let's pull over here and see what we can do for GOAT mode. All right, we're over here, little dirt section, little angle, little undulation. We've got all these cool modes right here. You can see we've got G, O, A, and T, and that spells GOAT. Let's see what these do. Let's see. Here we are through the ruts. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We're doing it. I don't know if that was a big deal, but to me,
hello there.
I'm going to say that was a number 8 on awesomeness. All right, let's jump back in and keep testing out this ECU flash, cruise the roads, head back to the shop, and get this thing underway for some more R&D at Vivid Racing. One thing we're working on that you definitely want to make sure you are subscribed and following is also a short ram intake. As we know, turbochargers love air in and air out. So once we get that on, it'll definitely help breathing, and you'll hear that turbo a lot more. Plus lifting off the gas, cool little sound from the valve dumping the air back into the intake system. So that'll be nice. Will definitely help out here. Overall, very impressed, thoroughly enjoy driving the Bronco now. All we got to do is get some cool wheels and tires on it because it looks really lame with these stock ones, and I think we've got ourselves a little bit of a winner before we do some more mods. So we're going to head back here to the Vivid Racing HQ, pull in, wrap it up, and we'll send you guys on your way so you can stay tuned for the next one. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We sure had fun doing the new VR tune. You can see we got ourselves a little dirty. So if you guys want to get more information on this tune, make sure you hit our website, vividracing.com. Keep tuned in, hit that subscribe button so you can see what we're going to do next to the Ford Bronco. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys at the next one.